We're going to talk NBA playoffs, Mike, and it's one of these things where we're taping this on a Tuesday, and by Thursday or the weekend, it could all change.
Yeah, but we're going to go big picture. We're going to overview it a little bit.
As we were breaking down the matchups, I said to you, let's put these all in one big cluster. And what I really enjoy about this year's playoffs is that there's a lot of stories and a lot of intrigue. It's not fights. It's not people talking in the media.
That's
it's not nasty quotes. It's play on the court. You're seeing what we thought. I thought the Spurs had in to even make a run for the finals. What they have, no, they're looking very old, very fast. Tim Duncan turns 35 on Monday night. And he looks like he's 45. The Memphis Grizzlies have taken the best shots of the Spurs and were able to withstand that. They're up 3-1 in that series as we tape. The Lakers, they're all Kobe right now. Nobody else has raised their level up. He's hurt. The Hornets are in a series with them. The Mavs look like they're playing scared with Portland. And the Celtics, I mean, it's like they've drinking from the fountain of youth here. I mean, they're the only. But there's so many stories. They sweep the Knicks. You didn't see that coming? I thought that was going to be a clash.
No, I didn't think it was going to be real competitive, but I didn't think it was going to be a sweep. Yeah,
I didn't think a sweep. So, what has intrigued you the most? I've been talking a lot here. What do you got?
Well, there's a lot to go. There's a lot of meat on this bone. I think one of the things I love about basketball is it combines the individual with the team. I think better than any other sport. And when you get into that, you get into chemistry. You get into the psychology. You get into this whole issue of trust your teammates, which you don't hear about that in any other sport because it's not an issue in any other sport to anywhere near this extent. And there's so many, I think of basketball teams as families, and there's so many there's dysfunction going on in certain families, and then there's exceptional function going on in other families. The Lakers are having. The Lakers ought to be able to dominate the New Orleans Hornets inside with Bynum and Gasol. They can't because Bynum and Gasol can't get out of their own way for whatever reason. Now you have the issue where Kobe clearly isn't comfortable with them, and so that's going forward. Whether or not it ends up costing them this series, the Lakers are still going to win this series. It could be an issue going forward. The one team that seems to have avoided all of this stuff to me is the Boston Celtics. And they're the team that gambled the most with their chemistry during the regular season, making this Kendrick Perkins deal, which we all thought was going to be a huge deal and might still be. I'm not saying it's not, and he certainly is helping Oklahoma City, but they seem to be the team that they seem to be the most functional family out there right now.
They have to have an edge till they know late in the game they keep it close, they're going to win it. What's funny is not just we thought that, there was all these rumors that there was finger pointing and people were upset that Danny Ainge traded Perkins.
Rondo was apparently a basket case for a while about his best friend being traded. Now he's back.
They're playing well, and it's one of these things where, again, you talk about a family playing well. It's so neat to see that Ray Allen in that corner, they drive there, and he makes and again, I watched one of the Knicks games where the Knicks had played very well throughout the game and had the lead, and I kept thinking, as long as the Celtics keep it close down the stretch, look out, and they did. They find ways to win because they're this veteran-savvy team.
And the Knicks made bad decisions in the stretch. The 2 games that they had a chance to win, they made bad decisions in the last.
But I look at some of the teams left for the Celtics. If it's going to be the Heat, if it's going to be the Bulls, most likely it's one of those two, or both they're going to have to get to go to the finals. They, I think, will make the better decisions in those two teams again. I look at a young Derrick Rose, and he seems too much like Allen Iverson right now, too much one-on-one. The Celtics can handle that. I look at what the Heat have, and LeBron is not clutch. He's missed so many clutch shots. Dwayne Wade.
Well, that's a lot.
But
There's
I'm
a lot
just saying,
that goes into
the Celtics, I think, are looking for one series with the Knicks. What they're bringing to the table right now is impressive against these teams coming up.
It is, and this is a long grind. These playoffs are a long grind. A month from now, we'll barely remember what happened in the first round. But right now, it looks like the Celtics are as good a bet as anybody, and it's not because they have this phenomenal talent. It's not because although they do have great players, obviously. It's because they're the most functional family.
They're playing more as a team.